Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Yep. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Let's go.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 99. Check 99. General West.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Hey, Orbit. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, watch Sam. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 54. 80 weapon. Sponge. Snap.
From the 36, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Saquon Barkley running right. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This will be from 49 yards out. And Rosas has pushed it to the right. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
All day, dog. Under 10. Black. 10.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back 55, back 55. It's going to be a long...
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ben Gideon gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Throwing Jones, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I'm going to run you over. 54's Mike. Hey, Alpha. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Shoot.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Push him back. Hey, exit. Mike's 54.
They'll try and throw for it here. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Check 55 to Mike. Wide. He's not going to get me. Switch.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Yellow.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Third and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Bravo. move. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Treadwell. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 45 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now Jones going to throw again. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
But it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right. Hey, orbit. Hey, let's get there.
Here's Jones, throwing again. He completes it to Tate. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Hey, Charlie. 55, Mike 55. Hey, pick your game up.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, check mic 47. Check mic 47. Switch.
Following the interception, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
46.
Hey, high 7.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Here we go.
Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how?
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They run it again with Cook. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check, 47. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill. Hey, Clifford.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Michael Thomas on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Giants' 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that ball. He's checking. Crash.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Lucky 48. Zebra.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Lucky 50.
Mike's 47.
Let's make these babies cry. First. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. First. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mike 54. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Back, go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
60 or.
Mike 54. You're not ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Gallman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
Get him, boy!
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run, watch the run! He's coming!
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
47's the mic.
Hey, exit. You ain't going nowhere.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Watch QB drop.
Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Now Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Five.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got it.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That's good for 28 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Jones now on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, down at the 31. From the gun, Jones. And he floated one out there, incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be second down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Ready.
Throwing again on second and 10. Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ben Gideon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Now Jones throwing on third and long. Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side, Tate. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on fourth down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
You got nothing.
Hey, check Mike. Watch it, 5.
On second and 11 now. Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Coming to you. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, watch that. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Hey, wahoo!
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to watch, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Line out!
They start the drive with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 13-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
I'm here all day. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
$300.
55. Check, 55.
Hey, Steamer.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, I-7.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Jahan, ready?
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Joker.
Hey, can.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 50.
Black.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm going to come back to you. Mike 55, right there. What's that?
Cousins here to throw. And Diggs has it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 92 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
PAT up and good by Rosas. They've gone final now in Charlotte, and it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Out, 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 out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start.